All right, good afternoon, traders. Just a quick update with a sneak peek at one of our proprietary studies. A couple of people have emailed me and asked me to explain a little more about the e-widget and our specials. So there's a quickie on that, hopefully to help give a little bit more understanding. A reminder, hypothetical results. We do not claim profits. We try to coach and educate traders and show them how to become independent and make their own calls and teach them our system. And unlike some of the traders you know out there that feel a need to share a lot of personal information about how many points they may or may not have gotten during a trade, we don't engage in that. We're simply educators, and we do believe in action, but it's irrelevant. My account's different from yours, perhaps. My time studies are different, my time available, my risk tolerance. There's so many variables. So we prefer not to get caught up in that game. Early this morning, we talked about whether to play whack-a-mole or to play in the other direction, which would be the trend direction. We felt because we had come so far overnight that probably whack-a-mole would be the ultimate determiner of the day. And if we could get back anywhere near that 58 to 62, that would be a great trade. And above that would start to get into the risk-reward zone. So on the initial thrust down, which we felt the longs would have to pay up initially, we were looking for this confluence of targets, basically from 47 to 49, which is why we'd called for make sure you paid by 48, 47 and a quarter, because we felt that this would be an area of importance. And as it turned out, once we got back up, we chopped around here, and then we got back up above it. This just kept on going. So these studies are come from the e-widget, and I'm simplifying the view of that, obviously for proprietary reasons, but that's the study, and anybody who has the system will certainly understand what I'm articulating here. Here was an RTH study that we had on today, and I use a basic idea here to show these ideas, but I programmed this to show me the range for RTH, and this stays with it automatically as the market moves. These relative lines will move, and the highs and lows will adjust as we get into dynamic pivots. So I simply put the e-widget on, program the levels that I'm looking for, the time frame I'd like it to do. We'll be doing this with some templates for those traders who want to use our work. They'll be able to use the exact same settings that I use, and others who have our system. And this will allow you to follow along as we try to teach you not only how to program the indicator for your needs, but obviously also to share insights as the things that we are looking at. And this will work for stocks and ETFs and anything else that you want to trade. It's simply relationship oriented and time-based. So, and actually ticks too, if you'd prefer it in ticks. There's a setting for ticks. So we've tried to think through a lot of things. It doesn't do everything. It won't cook a steak for you, but truthfully, it'll do a lot more than most traders would think possible. It is not an automatic system where it just enters trades for you. This is a study that we felt would be the best way to get started, and then you're going to make your own discretionary trades as these different ideas pop into your head. And here's an example of Apple. And just taking a first look at this, obviously got a push bar that gets undermined. We take it down to a new low, it bounces back into a fighting zone, just gets above it, but still intact. Obviously, the doji area up on top. There's a great example of the usefulness of this type of a study. You can put this on anything. Well, it just had some good news. Let me just finish this first and deal with that. as we were talking about this, you can see levels that are created. And this is the step by step. The bear jumps out the window and then the bull climbs the stairs. You can see the basing going on. And once you have a squeeze pivot intact, like this one right here in a 184 and a half area, and that will be supportive until broken, and that keeps the squeeze on. You can see how that works. There's nothing better than being a proud parent. And I just got a text from one of my daughters who has her company has just been bought out, and it's been something she's been working on for a long time. This might have been a 6-month process, at least, and just one thing after another. And so as a parent, I'm really proud of her and what she's done. She's in the marketing and branding and website business and done a great job. And truthfully, that's one of the pleasures in life, is having kids that you can try to mentor and help and see them grow and take off and fly on their own, no longer needing your help. And that's what I'm trying to do with traders, to show you some of the things that it's taken me 25 years to learn and give you some shortcuts. So this particular tool will work for you in many dimensions, and this is an example of an RTH study, and then we obviously can program them for any different time frame we want. All right, it's after hours, and since I last posted in here, I had a lot of things that I've been doing, talking to children, listening to my wife talk to siblings, and reading to Nancy Drew to grandchildren, and taking a walk and cooking pork chops, just the way life is. So anybody that thinks that, you're at your desk 24 hours a day, forget it. You can't do that. But we can keep our head in the game. There's a 3-minute chart just showing a couple of things that looking at high odds target zone coming back 60 and a half, 61 area. That's a magnet. And obviously the retest of that 58 to 57 area today that we felt would be a very important, first probe. And then if you get through it, then you've got a hold on the way back down on any retest. So I'm looking at this 54 low as being an important low for now. Squeeze pivot is there, and I'm looking at 52 behind it as a good support zone for now. And these are all temporary zones. We'll go back and forth. Obviously, 30-minute chart over here. We had a little double top, obviously, at the overnight high already. It's my time, about 9:30. Just want to show there's a 3-minute chart. And you can structure these any way you want. You can set them up for 10s or 30s or 60s or whatever. And so this is one of the settings that I like to see. And then I'll have maybe one chart I'm looking at any one time, a spaghetti chart. And I think we can overdo it with spaghetti charts. So, that's why I try not to put too much on any one chart. Rain line just above us up here at that 70 area. And we told traders today 68 to 72. You'll want to think about making sure you're paid coming into that zone. Turned out it was, they did bump that 68 and a quarter to 69 and a quarter range. And then that was all she wrote, and then a little pullback. So this is how we analyze charts. And again, not that you're going to catch every one of these trades. Nobody does. And if you do, God bless you. You sit at your desk 24 hours a day and you're Superman. But for us, we try to keep our head in the game. So enough for now. I'm going to go relax. Just wanted to finish up this video and show you a few of the things that we're doing with the eWidget and the Mini Wizard system. Take care. Have a good night.